Welcome everyone. So this is going to be a tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn. As usual, I shuffled the cards before I started the video, save you guys some time. So everything's all ready, we're going to go ahead and get started. Now the first cards that we're going to look at represents the recent past. So let's take a look. I have the Queen of Pentacles with Saturn. Wow. This is really holding yourself at arm's length from other people and other situations, specifically when it comes to work or financial endeavors, physical earthly endeavors, pentacle endeavors. Let's pull a card on this. This is definitely if you're the boss, this would be being very hands off. Definitely drawing a line, being I'm the boss and they are the employee. They're the subservient. What's a better word for that? They're the hireling, and I'm the boss. So there's definitely a distinction here. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. Doesn't have to be that specific situation. It's just an example. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles with Saturn. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles with Saturn. Tell me about keeping people at arm's length here with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Road. Interesting. It's just kind of the way, it's either the way you are or the way you have been for a while. The way you've been for a while is standoffish. On the bottom, Neptune. Maybe you don't even realize that you've been this way. Underneath Neptune, Mercury. With regards to talking, I think that maybe there hasn't been enough talking, enough chatting, and that's why you're giving the impression of being standoffish. Maybe you have been giving this impression for a while, and in fact, I'm kind of getting the impression with the Queen underneath that it's kind of definitely turning into a situation where you are the boss. You are the boss, and it's almost like there's just a separation. We don't talk. I'm not going to talk to them because they're beneath me. Something to that effect here. Let's look at the top card, see if we can get more details on this. So on the top, I have the mouth. So now we have the mouth and Mercury. That's chatting, but we're not doing it because, again, this is all describing these two initial cards. These are all these cards describing these initial cards. So really, this is telling me there is no chatting, or rather, there is a holding back from talking. There's a holding back from really saying what's on your mind, really saying things that might be friendly or helpful or stuff like that. There's a holding back. Alright, anyway. Now, if immediately this doesn't jive with you, Capricorn, this could just be somebody who you are dealing with. Could be you're dealing with this Queen of Pentacles person, and that's your boss, that's your mother, that's a family member, somebody who is above you, who's really just acting like they're the boss and kind of keeping you at arm's length. Alright, so let's keep going. I want to move to the present, but I want to look at specifically your actions at the moment. So that's going to be the position of the hand. This tells me how you're dealing with situations and people. I have the Emperor with the rope here. Interesting. This is saying yes. This is saying yes to someone. It's yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm on top of this. Yes, I got this. That's how you're interacting with people in situations. Seems a lot different than this. Almost leading me to believe this is the person, a different person, and now we're talking about you. Let's draw a card. Pull a card on this. Okay. A lot of masculine energy here with the Emperor and now Mars. We're... it's almost this seems like a separate person. I think this is now, as I'm looking at this now, I think you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles, and Capricorn, you are the Emperor. You're very masculine energy, very forward, and you are just agreeing. You're very forward about the fact that you're in agreement with people. Let's pull a card. Let's look at the next few cards on top. This will tell me a little bit more information. The Sun. You're not hiding anything. Your actions are plain to see in your day-to-day actions in the sun. They're illuminated. And then I like to pull 3 cards. The Throne here with the number 0. This is basically saying I'm it's like when you were talking to this person, when you were encountering the situation, whatever it is, and you were like, yeah, I got this, I can handle this. You're also kind of like looking at it from a position of like, I got nothing to lose. That's this. It's like, I got nothing to lose, or I got, nothing else going on. I got nothing holding me back. I might as well do this. I think I can do this. I think I have the energy, the drive, and really the strength, the power with Mars. Let's keep going. So I'm going to stay in the present for a second, but I want to look at the position of the heart. See how you guys are feeling at the moment. That's this position. So I have the Six of Swords with Pluto. This is all over the place now because the Six of Swords and Pluto, that's intense. That's super intense. It's like when I was looking back at these two cards, when you're saying yes, it's because deep down, you're like ready to go all in. You're ready to face the music. You're ready to like face whatever battles you need to. Because this combination is intense, and it speaks of being willing to face anything, being willing to survive. Like, look at these people. They're like crossing like an ocean or something. To survive like a crossing like that. And there's intense emotion and passion behind it. Because it's your desire. It's intense desire to face up to these difficult challenges. And you're saying, yes, I can do this. To the situation, to people, whatever. All right. Actually, do I want to pull a card on this? Yeah. I just want to pull one card. I'm not going to, like, delve. All right. So the 7. Ooh, the 7. It's heavy. The 7 is karmic, heavy. It is, I think it's guilt in this sense. It's like this emotion, this intensity, this passion. It does come from a place of like, I don't want to say necessarily guilt, but it's like a place of accountability. Strong accountability. Like, I have to do this, and I have to hold myself accountable for it. Okay. So let's move on. So there's one more position, and then I am going to look at the future. So stick around for that in just a second. But I want to look at your thoughts at the moment. This is the position of the head. This tells me your strategies, how you're thinking about the situation. So I have the Queen of Wands with the number 3. This is really like being amicable, to work with other people, shown here again. Shown in your actions, right? These are like very reflective of each other. This is you saying yes, and now here, this is you with the Queen of Wands here, being willing to work with people in the sense like be an arbiter. Sometimes you have to, especially with the 3 here, you have to step in to tell somebody, oh, hold up, like, hold on, this person's talking, right? Hold up, I got to deal with this person over here. There's a bit of an arbiter energy here. It's like I can work with people and I can also discipline people at the same time as I'm doing it. Let's pull a card. Do I want to pull a card on this? I'm not really terribly worried about that. This is just sort of your strategy for the situation. I want to move on to the future. What's going to happen to you coming up in the next couple weeks, month, etc. Let's take a look. So I have the Star card with the staff. So the Star card is fate. The Star card is fated events that are part of your soul's journey. Okay? Now, it may not happen right away because the Star card doesn't speak of something happening immediately, but with the staff here, there's going to be actions that are fated actions that are going to lead to things that are important for your soul's journey coming up in the near future. Okay, I definitely have to pull cards for this because this could be a lot of things especially for a lot of different people. In fact, it's going to be different things for different people, but let's see here because it's like doing something is going to like create this butterfly effect that is like fated, that is going to lead to things that is for you, that's for your journey specifically. Let's pull cards. What is this action, or what is this fated journey? What is this action? What is this fated journey? What is this action? What is this fated journey in the position of the foot for my Capricorns? What is this action, fated journey for my Capricorns. What is this action? Fated journey. Tell me about the star card. Okay. We have the crown. The crown is the prize. The crown is the prize. So you're going on a journey for the prize. Okay? That's what this is telling me. You're starting the journey in the short-term future. And that journey will be a long one. It will have its twists and turns. The star card speaks of twists and turns, but it ends with the crown. Definitely not short-term future with the crown. The star tells me this is long-term future with the crown. But the events that lead up to the crown start soon. Let's see what else is on top. I have the wall with the door. So essentially, there's a specific moment or place in time. It's like when and where. When and where. Where these actions are going to take place that are going to, again, have this butterfly effect that lead you to the prize you're seeking ultimately. The treasure chest is money. Money could be involved. On the bottom, general energy. Overall energy is the city. So yeah, this tells me that the actions you're taking, you know, it could, if you're seeking money, well, you're definitely going to get money. Money could be involved in general. Money could in fact be the prize. It doesn't have to be. But money came, the treasure chest came out. Money could be part of this. Could be part of the motivation for what gets the ball rolling on this too. Because the city's on the bottom, it just speaks of institutions, workplaces, bureaucracy, the city, society. So in this case, it's kind of like your actions are going to be relating to society, the workplace, institutions, that sort of thing. And that, again, is relating to the butterfly effect that eventually snowballs into the crown. Let's do advice for you guys. So the way I do advice is always positive. I focus on stuff you guys should be doing, focusing on, thinking about, strategizing, you know, just positive advice, please, for my Capricorns. Positive advice here for my Capricorns. Positive advice. What should my Capricorns be doing, focused on, or just any positive message for my Capricorns? Any message? Okay. Excuse me. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Interesting. Two of Wands is a decision. Maybe, I think you are on the cusp of making a big decision. I think maybe you have, this is all part of, when that Emperor came up from before, when you were saying yes to people, I think that was a big decision to say yes, to say I can do this. Let's pull a card. There's advice, there's some kind of advice with regards to a decision, the Two of Wands. Okay, so the Seven came up. Again, it's just referencing the past, something that has been with us for a while, and something that's karmic with the Seven. That's what we're talking about in terms of a decision. Now, there is an element of having to listen to other people and listen to annoying advice here. You got to be receptive to the annoying advice. I think that it's true advice. So when people are telling you things you don't want to hear, well, the reason you don't want to hear it is because of the Seven, but you should hear it. It's the Seven is your karma, your shadow that you're carrying around, but it's good advice. You should listen to them and you should apply it to this decision as it pertains to your situation. And then the last card here that really kind of, I'd say, ties this whole thing together is the House. So the House talks about your identity. So again, your decision has a lot to do with your identity. Again, your identity is who you associate with, like what kind of groups and categories of people you associate with. Who are you? Are you male, female? Getting real basic, right? Are you religious, not religious, right? You Democrat, Republican, whatever. It goes on and on and on and on. How do you identify yourself? How do you see yourself? It's part of this decision, and there's something about other people's advice that kind of has been nagging at you with regards to this, and it all ties into shadow work. Anyway, I hope that this makes sense for you guys, and I hope you guys got something out of this reading. Capricorns, thank you so much for taking an interest in my readings. I really appreciate it. And if you like the reading, don't forget to press the like button. That helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. And till then, I wish you guys the best. Take care.